In a small, serene village, nestled at the edge of a vast, whispering forest, there lived a gentle soul named Alex. This village, known for its picturesque landscapes and tranquil ambience, was the perfect haven for those seeking respite from the bustling world. With its quaint cobblestone streets, charming thatched roof cottages, and gardens bursting with vibrant flowers, the village seemed like a scene from a fairy tale. The villagers, a close-knit community of warm and friendly faces, lived in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Alex, a lover of nature and solitude, found peace in the simple rhythms of village life. They spent days tending to a small garden filled with herbs and wildflowers, and evenings reading by the fireside, the comforting crackle of the flames, a soothing backdrop. One rainy evening, as the village was softly enveloped in a veil of mist and the gentle patter of raindrops, Alex felt a pull towards the forest. It was not an unusual urge. The forest had always been a place of comfort and mystery for them. The trees, ancient and wise, seemed to whisper secrets on the wind, and the hidden paths beckoned adventurers and dreamers alike. With a light heart and a curious spirit, Alex stepped out of their cozy cottage, donning a waterproof cloak and sturdy boots, and ventured into the heart of the woods. The forest, alive with the sounds of rain, welcomed Alex with open arms. Each step on the damp earth felt like a familiar embrace. The scent of wet pine and earth filled the air, a natural perfume that was both invigorating and calming. The rain, light and persistent, danced on the leaves, creating a symphony of nature's music. Droplets cascaded from the emerald canopy above, tapping a rhythmic pattern that resonated with Alex's heartbeat. The tall trees, their leaves glistening with droplets, stood like silent guardians, their branches swaying gently in the wind. Their massive trunks, covered in moss and lichen, bore the marks of time, telling stories of centuries past. As Alex wandered deeper into the forest, the path before them became less defined, more a suggestion than a clear trail. It meandered through thickets and underbrush, a winding ribbon of dirt and leaves that seemed to beckon with a whisper of adventure. The forest around them grew denser, the trees older and more majestic. Ancient oaks, their trunks wide and gnarled, stood like sentinels, their branches heavy with the weight of countless years. Whispering pines, tall and stately, swayed gently in the breeze, their needles hissing softly, adding to the chorus of raindrops. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and rich, decaying leaves, a fragrance that spoke of life and growth and the endless cycle of nature. Sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, dappled the ground in patches of gold. The path twisted and turned, taking Alex past hidden groves and secret glades, where the light played hide and seek with the shadows. Eventually, the path brought tranquility hidden in the heart of the forest. In the center stood an old, charming well, its stones worn smooth by time and weather. Moss clung to its sides in thick, velvety patches, and ivy trailed down in cascades of green, almost as if the forest itself was claiming the well as its own. The well, long forgotten by the villagers, held an air of enchantment, as though it were a portal to another world or a keeper of ancient secrets. Alex approached it, drawn by its mystical allure. The well's rim was cool and damp under their fingers. As they peered into the depths, they noticed the water below, still and dark, a perfect mirror to the stormy sky above. It was as if the well bridged two worlds, the sky above and the earth below, each reflecting the other in a mesmerizing, fluid canvas. Enthralled by the well, Alex didn't notice the passing time. The rain, which had been a gentle but constant companion, eased into a mere drizzle, a soft whisper against the leaves. The forest seemed to hold its breath in a moment of serene stillness, as if pausing to watch the scene at the well. It was in this moment of quietude that Alex heard a soft melody, distant yet clear. It was unlike anything they had ever heard. A lilting tune that seemed woven from moonlight and shadows, from the very essence of the forest itself. The sound seemed to emanate from deeper within the forest, a melody so captivating it beckoned them to seek its source. With a sense of wonder, Alex followed the melody. It led them away from the clearing, deeper into the forest, where the trees grew even older and the air hummed with a quiet power. The melody wove through the trees, a guiding thread in the tapestry of the woods, leading Alex on a journey deeper into the heart of the forest and into a realm of magic and mystery. The forest around them transformed subtly, yet profoundly. The trees, ancient and wise, formed a canopy of leaves that shimmered like silver in the dim light. The air itself seemed to throb with a soft, luminous mist, casting the woods in a magical, ethereal glow. It was as if Alex had stepped into a realm where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blurred, where the natural and the supernatural coexisted in harmony. The melody, a haunting tune that seemed to resonate with Alex's very soul, wove through the trees, leading them ever onward. It was a tune that spoke of ageless mysteries and timeless beauty, a song that seemed to capture the essence of the night itself. The sound was so pure, so mesmerizing, that Alex found themselves moving as if in a trance, drawn inexorably towards the source of the music. Gradually, the dense forest gave way to a gentler landscape. The trees thinned, allowing the moonlight to bathe the forest floor in a silvery sheen. The melody led Alex to a stream, its waters flowing gracefully over smooth pebbles and through narrow channels. The stream, bathed in the light of the moon, which now peeked through through the parting clouds sparkled like a ribbon of stars. The gentle burble of the water mingled with the melody, creating a symphony of natural sounds that was both soothing and exhilarating. There, on the banks of the stream, sat a figure as enigmatic as the melody itself. Cloaked in moonbeams and shadows, they seemed to be an integral part of the night. The figure played a flute, an instrument that appeared ethereal, as if crafted from the very essence of the night sky. The flute's music was the source of the melody that had drawn Alex into this wondrous heart of the forest. Alex, filled with awe and a profound sense of reverence, approached the figure. Each step was hesitant yet deliberate, as if crossing an invisible threshold into a sacred space. The figure seemed to be aware of Alex's approach, yet continued to play, the flute's song unwavering, its melody weaving around Alex, enveloping them in a cloak of sound. As Alex drew nearer, the figure slowly lowered the flute, the melody lingering in the air like the last light of a setting sun. The figure's face, illuminated by the moonlight, was serene and ageless, with eyes that held the depth of the night sky. They regarded Alex with a gaze that was both penetrating and gentle, a gaze that seemed to look right through to Alex's very soul. In that moment, on the bank of the moonlit stream, with the forest as witness, Alex stood before the figure, the mysteries of the night unfolding before them. The encounter, unexpected and otherworldly, promised to reveal secrets of the forest, and perhaps of Alex's own heart. Alex, filled with awe, approached the figure. The music from the flute flowed like a river of stars, each note carrying with it a sense of deep peace and ancient wisdom. As they drew nearer, the figure stopped playing and looked up. Their eyes, reflecting the moonlight, held a kindness and depth that immediately put Alex at ease. "Welcome, traveler," the figure spoke, their voice as melodious as the flute they held. "I am Leora, guardian of the forest's melodies. What brings you to my humble abode?" Alex, initially taken aback by the unexpected encounter, found themselves explaining their impromptu journey through the rain-soaked forest. Leora listened intently, nodding occasionally, their expression thoughtful. "It seems the forest has called to you," Leora said, gesturing towards the surrounding woods. "This forest is ancient and full of secrets. Sometimes it reveals a path to those who seek or need its wisdom." Intrigued and captivated, Alex asked about the music and the well in the clearing. Leora smiled, a knowing glint in their eyes. "The well you discovered is a well of memories," Leora explained. "It reflects not just the sky, but the heart of those who gaze into it. As for the music, it is the forest's way of speaking. Through melodies, it shares its stories and secrets." Leora then offered to play another tune, a melody imbued with the essence of the forest's history and the myriad creatures that called it home. As the first notes floated from the flute, the atmosphere around them shifted. The air seemed to tremble with anticipation, and the forest itself became an audience to the unfolding song. The melody was intricate and rich, a tapestry of sound that wove together the whispers of leaves, the murmuring of streams, and the rustle of wildlife. It spoke of ancient times, when the forest was young and wild, and of the countless seasons it had witnessed. The tune ebbed and flowed like the life force of the forest itself, pulsating with the rhythms of nature. As the flute's melody filled the air, the forest seemed to respond. Shadows danced, as if the trees themselves were swaying to the rhythm. Leaves rustled in harmony, creating a soft, rustling chorus that accompanied the flute's song. Distant animal calls echoed softly, adding their voices to the melody. It was as if every creature, every element of the forest was part of the music, a symphony of natural sounds orchestrated by Leora's skilled hands. The music painted vivid pictures in Alex's mind of moonlit nights when the forest was bathed in a silvery glow, of hidden glades where rare flowers bloomed, and of ancient trees standing tall and wise, their branches whispering secrets of the ages. It was a story told not in words, but in notes and rhythms, a story that spoke directly to the soul. After the melody ended, a comfortable silence settled between them. It was the silence of deep understanding and mutual respect, a pause in conversation between old friends. Leora's presence was comforting, like an old friend long forgotten, yet whose memory lingered in the corners of one's heart. They spoke of many things: the stars and their timeless dance across the night sky, the rain and its nurturing caress, the delicate balance of nature, and the intricate web of life that connected every living thing. Each word Leora spoke seemed to weave a tapestry of interconnected stories, revealing the depth and beauty of the world around them. Their words were not just sounds, but echoes of ancient wisdom, a sharing of knowledge that transcended time and space. As the night deepened, Leora stood up, their movement fluid like the wind. From the folds of their cloak, they produced a small, luminescent stone. It glowed softly, a light that seemed to pulse with life. "This is a piece of the moon's heart," they said, their voice a gentle whisper. "Keep it with you, and remember that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. The forest, the stars, the rain, they are all part of you, as you are part of them. This stone is a reminder of the connections that bind us all, the unseen threads that weave through every heart and soul." Alex accepted the stone with gratitude, feeling its gentle, pulsating warmth. It was a tangible link to this magical night, a symbol of the unexpected friendship they had found and the mysteries they had glimpsed. The stone's soft glow was like a beacon in the night, a reminder of the light that exists even in the darkest of times. It was a promise of hope, a testament to the enduring beauty and wisdom of the natural world, and a reminder of the profound connection that Alex had forged with the forest and its guardian. Holding the luminescent stone, a tangible symbol of the night's revelations, Alex felt a profound sense of belonging, as if the roots of the forest had intertwined with their own soul. Leora's gift was more than a mere object. It was a manifestation of the deep connection between all living things, a reminder of the unity of nature and spirit. As they stood together by the stream, the moon casting a serene glow over the scene, Leora spoke again, their voice soft, yet carrying an undercurrent of ancient wisdom. The forest is alive, not just with creatures and plants, but with stories, memories, and spirits. Tonight, you've walked its paths and heard its song. Carry its message with you, and remember that every step you take in life is part of a greater dance, a dance with the earth and the stars. With these parting words, Leora turned to leave, their figure gradually blending into the moonlit night until they were indistinguishable from the shadows and the silver light. Alex stood there for a moment, the melody of Leora's flute still echoing in their heart, the warmth of the stone a comforting presence in their palm. Feeling a sense of renewal and wonder, Alex knew it was time to return to the village. The path back seemed different now, as if each leaf and stone were more alive, more vibrant. The sounds of the forest were like music, a symphony of natural harmony that accompanied their journey. The luminescent stone, held tightly in Alex's hand, was a guiding light, its gentle glow a reminder of the night's magic. As Alex emerged from the forest, the village appeared to sleep peacefully under the starry sky. The houses, with their gently smoking chimneys and softly lit windows, seemed to whisper a welcome. Alex felt a deep gratitude for this place, a sanctuary that was both a home and a gateway to wondrous realms. Back in their cottage, Alex placed the stone on a small table beside their bed. Its light, though soft, filled the room with a sense of peace and wonder. Lying in bed, they replayed the night's events in their mind, each memory a precious gem. The melody of the flute, the wisdom in Leora's words, the dance of the forest, all of it wove into a tapestry of dreams that gently lulled Alex into a deep, restful sleep. That night, Alex's dreams were vivid and beautiful. They dreamt of walking through moonlit forests, of conversing with ancient trees, and of dancing with the stars. The forest's song was their lullaby, its melody a soothing rhythm that promised new adventures and deeper connections with the world around them. In the days that followed, Alex often returned to the forest, each visit deepening their understanding and love for the natural world. The stone, now a constant companion, was a reminder of the magic that existed just beyond the veil of the ordinary, a magic that was accessible to those who listened with their hearts. The story of Alex's journey through the forest and the night they met Leora became a cherished tale in the village, a tale of wonder and wisdom, of the interconnectedness of all life. It reminded everyone who heard it of the beauty and mystery that lay just beyond their doors, in the heart of the whispering forest. In the heart of this quaint village, Elliot, with his weathered hands and kind eyes, was more than just a gardener. He was a custodian of the past and a sage of the simple yet profound truths of life. On nights filled with the gentle patter of rain, he would sit by his window, gazing out at the glistening wet foliage, his mind wandering through the corridors of time. Eliot's stories often began with the grand oak tree, the village's silent sentinel. He recounted how, as a boy, he found solace in the tree's vast shadow, its leaves whispering secrets only a child's heart could understand. The tree was a witness to Eliot's journey from youth to old age, its bark etched with the passage of time, a living testament to the enduring spirit of the village. As the years rolled by, Eliot saw the oak tree stand tall through seasons of joy and sorrow. It was under this tree that he had his first kiss, shy and awkward, under a canopy of green. It was here that the village gathered to celebrate harvests and festivals, its leaves rustling with shared laughter and merriment. And it was under this very tree that Eliot had said his final goodbye to old friends, their memories now part of the soil that nourished its roots. In the quiet of the night, Eliot would speak softly of the wildlife that shared their home with the villagers. He told tales of the foxes, with their fiery coats and cunning eyes, darting through the underbrush, masters of the moonlit world. He spoke fondly of the squirrels, their playful antics a constant source of amusement as they scampered from branch to branch, tirelessly chasing one another. The owls, those wise old souls of the forest, held a special place in Eliot's heart. He would imitate their calls, a soft hoo-hoo that seemed to echo through the night, a lullaby for the creatures of the dark. Eliot believed these owls were the keepers of ancient wisdom, their unblinking eyes having seen the centuries unfold. Eliot's voice, warm and rhythmic as the rain, would then weave tales of the smaller creatures, often overlooked yet vital to the village's tapestry. The industrious ants, the tireless bees, the graceful butterflies, each played a crucial role in the dance of nature. He spoke of how these tiny beings reminded him of the beauty in diligence, the grace in purpose, and the intricate balance of life. As the rain tapped a steady beat against the window, Eliot's stories would transport his listeners to a world where every living thing had its place and purpose. His words painted vivid pictures of dew-kissed spiderwebs in the morning light, the gentle flutter of a bird's wing, the silent bloom of a midnight flower. In these moments, with the rain's melody harmonizing with his voice, Eliot wasn't just a storyteller. He was a bridge to a world where time moved with the seasons, where every creature's story was intertwined with the village's heartbeat. And as his stories unfolded, the listeners, whether villagers or travelers seeking shelter from the rain, would find themselves wrapped in a tapestry of tales, each thread a story, each story a memory, each memory a part of the village's soul. One of Eliot's most cherished tales was the story of the seasons, a cycle of life and change that never ceased to amaze him. As the rain continued to tap a gentle rhythm against his window pane, he would share this tale with a sense of wonder in his voice. In Eliot's narrative, spring was not just a season, but a magical transformation. The village, emerging from the winter's embrace, would be touched by the tender warmth of the sun, coaxing life from the slumbering earth. Eliot spoke of the first green shoots, tiny yet resilient, breaking through the soil's surface. These delicate beginnings were a symbol of nature's enduring strength and the persistence of life. As the days grew longer, the village landscape would become a canvas of colors. Eliot had a special fondness for the tulips that dotted the gardens and meadows, their vibrant petals unfolding like treasures long hidden. He would describe the daffodils with their bright, trumpet-like flowers dancing in the gentle breeze, and the crocuses, shyly peeking from beneath the last remnants of snow, their purple and white hues a delightful contrast against the awakening earth. The air, Eliot recalled, was a symphony of new scents and sounds. He would speak of the sweet fragrance of the blooming flowers, a perfume that seemed to cleanse the soul. The returning birds added their melodies to the village's soundscape, each chirp and warble a note in the song of spring. The gardeners shared tales of watching the birds busily building their nests, a testament to the season's promise of new beginnings and hope. For Eliot, spring was also a season of activity in his beloved garden. He described the joy of planting new seeds, each one a tiny capsule of potential. With his hands in the earth, he felt a deep connection to the cycle of life. He spoke of the satisfaction of nurturing these seeds, watching them sprout and grow. each day a little taller, a little stronger. The garden was a place of wonder for Elliot, where each plant, from the smallest flower to the tallest tree, had its own story, its own place in the tapestry of life. The gardener's tales of spring were a reminder of the power of renewal and the endless possibilities that come with each new beginning. He believed that just like the seeds in his garden, each person had the potential to grow, to change, to bloom in their own time. As Eliot's stories meandered into the heart of summer, his descriptions became rich with the colors and sounds of the season. He painted a picture of the village embraced by a lush green canopy, the fields, a sea of golden wheat swaying in the gentle breeze. The orchards, he recounted, were laden with fruit, apples, peaches, and pears, hanging like jewels from the branches, each a sweet reward for the care and toil of the previous seasons. Summer, in Eliot's eyes, was a season bursting with life. He would describe the gardens exploding in a riot of colors, with flowers blooming in every hue imaginable. The air was filled with the heady scent of roses, lavender, and jasmine, creating an almost enchanting atmosphere. Butterflies fluttered from blossom to blossom, a delicate dance of beauty and grace. Eliot reminisced about the long, sun-drenched days of summer, where time seemed to slow down, allowing everyone to savor each moment. He spoke fondly of the village children, their days spent in endless play. Their favorite spot was the river that meandered through the village, its cool waters a welcome respite from the summer heat. Eliot would watch them from his garden, their laughter and splashes a soundtrack to the season. He would speak of their games and adventures, their imaginations as boundless as the blue skies above. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, summer nights in the village came alive. Eliot described these evenings as a magical time where the community would gather to share stories and songs under the starlit sky. The crackling of the bonfire would blend with the symphony of crickets and the gentle hum of bees returning to their hives. These nights were a celebration of togetherness, a time to share tales of the past and dreams for the future. Eliot often joined these gatherings, his stories a blend of wisdom and whimsy, captivating listeners of all ages. He would talk about the stars and constellations, weaving myths and legends with the science of the cosmos. For Eliot, summer nights were a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the interconnectedness of all life. In his tales, summer was not just a season, but a state of being, a time to embrace the fullness of life, to grow and thrive under the sun's nurturing warmth. It was a season that celebrated the abundance of nature and the simple joys of living. As Eliot guided his listeners into the heart of autumn, his words painted a vivid picture of the village, transforming under the season's touch. The once lush greenery of summer gave way to an artist's palette of reds, oranges, and yellows. He described how the leaves of the trees, each a masterpiece of nature's design, turned into vibrant hues, setting the landscape ablaze with color. The village, nestled within this kaleidoscope of shades, appeared as if it were part of a living, breathing canvas. Autumn, for Eliot, was a time of bittersweet beauty. He spoke of the crisp, cool air that swept through the village, a refreshing change after the heat of summer. The sound of rustling leaves underfoot became a constant melody, a reminder of the cycle of life and the transient nature of all things. He would often pause to reflect on the profound lessons hidden in the simple act of leaves falling from the trees, how they gracefully let go, making way for new growth in the cycle to come. Harvest time brought the village together in a celebration of abundance and hard work. Eliot fondly recounted the days spent in the fields and orchards, gathering the fruits of their labor. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter and chatter as baskets were filled with apples, pumpkins, and corn. These moments were not just about the harvest of crops, but the harvest of community bonds, strengthened through shared toil and joy. The season of autumn also brought with it an array of festivals and traditions. Eliot would describe the village gatherings where stories were shared and music filled the air. He talked about the annual Harvest Festival, a highlight of the year, where the villagers came together to give thanks for the bounty of the earth. The festival was a tapestry of colors, sounds, and flavors, with tables laden with autumnal fare, and the night sky illuminated by bonfires and lanterns. In his tales, Eliot often reflected on the beauty found in letting go, a theme that resonated deeply during autumn. He saw the season as a time to reflect on the past, to appreciate the present, and to prepare for the future. It was a period for personal introspection, to contemplate life's changes, and to embrace the lessons they bring. As the leaves continued to fall, creating a carpet of gold and amber on the ground, Eliot's autumn stories would come to a close. These tales, woven with threads of change, gratitude, and community, left his listeners with a sense of peace and a deeper appreciation for the ever-changing beauty of life. In Eliot's story, winter descended upon the village like a gentle, hushing lullaby, transforming the landscape into a world of stillness and muted colors. He described how the first snowflakes, each a unique and delicate crystal, would begin to fall, blanketing the village in a pristine layer of white. The snow-covered hills and rooftops glistened under the soft winter sun, creating a scene of peaceful beauty. Elliot spoke of the bare trees, their branches stripped of leaves, standing stark against the winter sky. These trees, in their bareness, revealed a different kind of beauty, a quiet strength and resilience. He admired how they stood, undaunted by the cold and snow, a testament to endurance through the harshness of winter. Winter, in Elliot's eyes, was a season that brought the village community closer. With the cold setting in, people gathered around the hearth, the heart of the home, where the fire's warmth was a comforting presence. These gatherings were a time for sharing stories, meals, and moments of togetherness. Elliot cherished these times, where the simple act of sharing a warm drink or a story created bonds that lasted a lifetime. The pace of life in the village slowed during winter, mirroring nature's pause. Elliot saw this as a valuable time for introspection and reflection. It was an opportunity to look inward, to contemplate life's journey, and to rest the body and mind. The quiet of winter offered a chance to read, to dream, to plan for the year ahead. Elliot often spoke of the lessons winter taught him, about the importance of rest in the cycle of life, the beauty in simplicity, and the need for quiet reflection. He believed that just as the earth rested under its blanket of snow, gathering strength for the spring to come, so too should people take this time to rejuvenate and prepare for new beginnings. As the winter nights grew long and the stars shone brightly in the clear, cold sky, Elliot's tales would come to a close. His listeners, wrapped in the warmth of his words and the coziness of the hearth, would feel a sense of peace and contentment. Winter, through Elliot's eyes, was not just a cold and barren season, but a time rich with beauty, stillness, and the promise of renewal. Through Elliot's tale of the seasons, listeners would be transported through the cycle of the year, experiencing the unique beauty and lessons each season brought. His stories were a celebration of the rhythms of nature, a reminder of the ever-changing yet eternal dance of life. As Elliot's stories meandered through the seasons, the sound of rain gently tapping on his window provided a soothing, rhythmic backdrop. It was as if each raindrop carried with it a story of its own, a droplet in the vast ocean of time. The pitter-patter against the glass was a reminder of the world's ongoing dance, a symphony in which every element of nature played a part. Eliot often said that rain was like a conversation with the earth, a reminder of the cycles of life, of growth, decay, and renewal. But Eliot's stories transcended time. While they often hearkened back to the past, reflecting on bygone days and lessons learned, they were equally rooted in the present and looked toward the future. He spoke passionately the importance of living in harmony with nature, of recognizing our role as stewards of the earth. He shared simple yet profound wisdom about caring for the environment, how planting a tree, conserving water, or nurturing a garden could make a difference. His words were a call to action, a reminder of the responsibility each individual holds in shaping a sustainable future. Eliot's tales were not just narratives. They were lessons in mindfulness and respect for the natural world. He urged his listeners to observe the beauty in the small things, the way leaves change color, the flight of a bird, the patterns of the stars. His stories were an invitation to slow down, to appreciate the world around us, and to find our own connection with nature. As the night deepened and the fire in his hearth crackled softly, casting a warm, flickering light across the room, Eliot's voice would become a soft murmur, blending with the sounds of the night. His stories would taper off, leaving his listeners in a state of quiet contemplation. Before concluding, Eliot often imparted a piece of wisdom, a nugget of truth to carry in their hearts. The beauty of nature, he would say in his gentle, reflective tone, is a tapestry woven from countless threads. Each creature, each plant, each drop of water plays a part. And so do we. Our actions, small as they may seem, ripple across time and space, touching lives, shaping the future. We must tread gently, love deeply, and live in a way that honors the legacy we leave behind. With these final words, as the rain outside his window would ease into a soft whisper, and the village would sink into a restful silence, Eliot would lean back in his rocking chair. Closing his eyes, he would let the peacefulness of the night envelop him. There, in the quiet solitude of his home, surrounded by memories and the gentle rhythm of the rain, Eliot would drift into sleep, his heart content in the knowledge that each story shared was a seed planted for a better tomorrow. My name is Aurora, and I've always found solace in the serene moments of life. This evening, as the town prepares for the rainy season, I find myself seated by the window of my modest home, watching as the sky turns a tapestry of deep blues and grays, a prelude to the impending rain. The rain begins timidly, its droplets gently tapping on the roof, as if unsure of their welcome. The room, bathed in a soft, warm light, provides a stark contrast to the cool embrace of the anticipated downpour. A sense of tranquility starts to spread within me, like the slow unfurling of a flower's petals. As the raindrops grow more confident, their rhythmic beat upon the roof forms a symphony of nature. Each droplet seems to carry its own melody, playing a gentle tune that resonates through the silence of the room. I feel every raindrop as it lands, creating a soft, clear sound, almost like a light-hearted dance on a sturdy stage. The world outside transforms under the rain's touch. The leaves, which were still and expectant, now dance under the weight of the raindrops. Each leaf becomes a canvas for nature's art, capturing the rain in a beautiful display. The droplets gather at the tips of the leaves, pausing momentarily before cascading down in a shimmering rush to the ground below. In my garden, the flowers seem to come alive in the rain, as if it's a long-lost lover returned. The post-rain flowers radiate an ethereal beauty, each petal adorned with sparkling droplets, like precious gems. The small creatures of the garden rejoice in the rain too. A damp squirrel scampers along the fence, occasionally shaking off the raindrops that cling to its fur. Earthworms emerge from their underground homes, basking in the moist soil, their bodies glistening under the soft porch light. The air itself seems to breathe a sigh of contentment, filled with the fresh, earthy scent of rain that permeates every nook and cranny of the town. It's a smell that evokes memories, a blend of nostalgia and comfort, reminiscent of days spent watching storms from safe havens. In the distance, a faint rumble of thunder whispers of the storm's growing intensity. It's not threatening, but rather a gentle reminder of nature's power and the orchestra it commands. Seated by the window, I feel a profound connection to the world outside, a sense of belonging to this natural spectacle. As the rain crescendos, its sound becomes a lullaby, a soothing backdrop to my wandering thoughts. I find myself reflecting on the simple beauty of the moment, the intricate details of nature's dance in the rain. A sense of peace settles in my heart, a quiet acknowledgement of the harmony between humanity and nature. The world outside the window is alive, vibrant with the song of the rain. Each droplet that falls carries with it a story, a journey from the heavens to the earth, nourishing, rejuvenating, and transforming everything it touches. Thus, in the heart of this small town, as night deepens and the rain weaves its magic, I find myself drifting, my soul echoing the serene lullaby of the rain, welcoming the calm that the rainy season brings. The chapter closes with a feeling of completeness, an invitation to embrace the quiet beauty that lies at the heart of the rain. As the rain continues to tap against the window, a sense of nostalgia sweeps over me. I lean back in my chair, closing my eyes, letting the memories of my childhood, intertwined with rain, wash over me. In these moments, the rain becomes a time machine, transporting me back to those carefree days. I remember vividly the rainy days of my youth. My friends and I, clad in colorful raincoats and boots, would venture out into the rain-soaked streets. We would jump into puddles, sending splashes high into the air, laughing with pure joy. rain seemed like a playmate, inviting us to relish the wet world it created. One particular memory stands out. It was a heavy downpour, and the gutters were brimming with rushing water. We would fashion little boats out of leaves and sticks, sending them on voyages down the miniature rapids. We'd cheer them on, racing alongside them, our feet splashing through the water. It was a simple pleasure, yet it filled our hearts with an indescribable sense of adventure and freedom. I recall the sound of rain against the greenhouse, where my grandfather and I would take refuge. He would tell me stories of his own childhood in the rain, his voice mingling with the rhythmic pitter-patter on the glass roof. It felt like we were in a different world, a cozy, warm bubble amidst the storm. In those moments, time seemed to stand still. The rain created a magical realm where the usual rules didn't apply. We would find the biggest leaf we could and use it as an umbrella, pretending to be tiny creatures sheltering from the giant drops. We'd watch in awe as the rain transformed our surroundings, making everything glisten and come alive. Even the insects seemed to celebrate the rain. I remember watching ants scurrying to rebuild their washed-out homes, their determination admirable. The snails would emerge, leaving shimmering trails behind them, moving slowly but surely through the wet grass. As I grew older, the rain began to symbolize reflection and introspection. I would sit by my window, just as I am now, watching the raindrops race down the glass, each following its own unpredictable path. I would think about life, about the dreams I had, and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. The rain also brought with it a sense of renewal. After the storms, we would go out to explore, finding beauty in the aftermath. The fresh smell of wet earth, the way the leaves seemed to shine under the sun's shy rays, peeking through the clouds, and the chorus of birds celebrating the end of the rain. These memories, so vivid and alive, bring a smile to my face. The rain outside seems to echo the sentiments of my heart, a melody of the past playing in harmony with the present. It's a reminder that no matter how much time passes, some things remain eternal, like the joy of a rainy day in childhood. Now, as the rain's intensity lessens to a gentle drizzle, I open my eyes, feeling a deep connection to those days long gone, but never forgotten. The rain has a way of bridging the past and the present, and in its soothing presence, I find comfort and a profound sense of peace. As I sit here, enveloped in the warmth of my home, I realize that the rain is not just a weather phenomenon. It's a canvas of memories, painting pictures of a time when life was simpler and joy was found in the smallest of things. With the rain still whispering its gentle song outside, a sudden urge takes hold of me. I decide to step out into the rain, to fully immerse myself in its embrace. Slipping into my raincoat and boots, I open the door, and immediately the cool, moist air greets me, enveloping me in its fresh embrace. The first drops of rain that touch my face are like gentle kisses from the sky, each one awakening a sense of vitality within me. I tilt my head upwards, letting the rain wash over my face, feeling each drop as it lands, a sensation both invigorating and calming. The words of an old poem come to mind. Let the rain kiss you. Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Let the rain sing you a lullaby. And I feel as if the rain is doing just that. As I walk down the street, the rhythmic sound of my boots splashing in puddles accompanies me. The world around me feels different in the rain, more alive, more vibrant. The streets, usually bustling with activity, now lie quiet and serene, with only the sound of the rain to fill the air. The droplets create ripples in the puddles, each one spreading outwards, intersecting and merging with others, forming a mesmerizing dance on the water's surface. I stop to watch, entranced by the simple beauty of it all. It's as if the raindrops are playing a visual symphony, a celebration of nature's elegance. The trees seem to welcome the rain with open arms, their leaves shimmering under the touch of the droplets. Each leaf sways gently, creating a soft, rustling sound that adds to the rain's melody. I reach out to touch a leaf, feeling the cool water on my fingertips, a tangible connection to the world around me. I continue my walk, passing by gardens where the flowers seem to glow with a newfound brilliance in the rain. Their colors are more vivid, their scent more intoxicating. It's as though the rain has breathed new life into them, and in turn, they share their beauty with the world. The sensation of being surrounded by rain is almost indescribable. It's a feeling of being cocooned in nature, of being part of something larger than myself. The rain connects me to the earth, to the sky, to the very essence of life. As another poet once wrote, the rain to the wind said, "You push and I'll pelt." They so smote the garden bed that the flowers actually knelt and lay lodged, though not dead. I know how the flowers felt. I find myself lost in thought, the rain serving as a backdrop to my introspection. It reminds me of life's continual cycle of growth and renewal, of the beauty that can be found in even the simplest of things. The rain, with its unassuming grace, has a way of stripping away the complexities of life, revealing the raw beauty underneath. As I continue my walk, I notice a quaint cafe a few blocks away, its windows glowing warmly in the dim light. A thought strikes me. What better way to extend this moment than to enjoy the rain from a different perspective, from the cozy confines of a cafe. The idea is inviting, a perfect blend of the joy of the rain and the comfort of warmth. As I push open the door, a warm gust of air, rich with the aroma of coffee and baked goods, welcomes me. I shake off the remaining raindrops and find a cozy corner by the window, a perfect spot to continue my communion with the rain from a dry vantage point. The cafe is dimly lit, with soft jazz music playing in the background, adding to the ambience. There's a comforting buzz of quiet conversations, the clinking of cups, and the occasional laughter. It's a peaceful haven, a stark contrast to the wet world outside. I order a hot coffee and a pastry, settling into the comfortable chair, still feeling the remnants of the rain's cool touch on my skin. From my seat, I have a clear view of the street outside. The rain transforms the scene into a living painting, each raindrop adding a stroke of brilliance to the canvas. The streetlights cast a soft glow on the wet pavement, creating a dance of light and shadow. People walk by, huddled under their umbrellas, a colorful parade against the gray backdrop. As I sip my coffee, I find myself reflecting on the beauty of finding shelter amidst a storm. It's not just the physical shelter of the cafe, but the mental refuge it provides. The rain outside, now just a visual element, adds to the feeling of comfort and security within these walls. I observe the barista as he skillfully prepares each order, his movements a dance of precision and grace. The steam from the espresso machine adds a layer of mist to the room, like a soft veil separating us from the outside world. The smell of coffee is grounding, a reminder of the simple pleasures that life offers. My thoughts drift to the many times I've sought shelter from life's metaphorical storms, the moments when I needed a break from the chaos of the world. Places like this cafe have always been a sanctuary, a space to gather my thoughts, to breathe, and to find clarity. The rain's steady rhythm against the window now seems like a gentle lullaby, soothing and familiar. I feel a sense of gratitude for this moment of pause, a chance to stop and appreciate the world around me. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to overlook these moments of quiet joy and reflection. As I take another sip of my coffee, I think about the countless stories unfolding around me. Each person in the cafe has their own journey, their own experiences with the rain and life. Yet here we are, all sharing this moment, connected by the common thread of seeking warmth and comfort in the midst of a downpour. Outside, the rain begins to ease, signaling the end of the storm. The world outside slowly comes back to life, the sounds of the city returning to their usual cadence. The once rapid drumming of raindrops on the roof and windows now fades to a soft patter, a closing note to the day's symphony. As I prepare to leave, I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. not just from the shelter of the cafe, but from the introspection it allowed. The rain has been a catalyst for reflection, a natural backdrop to my thoughts and emotions. Stepping out into the now gentle rain, I carry with me the warmth of the cafe, the taste of the coffee, and the serene feeling of having found a moment of peace in the midst of life's perpetual storm. As I take another sip of my coffee, I think about the countless stories unfolding around me. Each person in the cafe has their own journey, their own experiences with the rain and life. Yet, here we are, all sharing this moment, connected by the common thread of seeking warmth and comfort in the midst of a downpour. Outside, the rain begins to ease, signaling the end of the storm. The world outside slowly comes back to life, the sounds of the city returning to their usual cadence. The once rapid drumming of raindrops on the roof and windows now fades to a soft patter, a closing note to the day's symphony. As I prepare to leave, I feel refreshed and rejuvenated, not just from the shelter of the cafe, but from the introspection it allowed. The rain has been a catalyst for reflection, a natural backdrop to my thoughts and emotions. Stepping out into the now gentle rain, I carry with me the warmth of the cafe, the taste of the coffee, and the serene feeling of having found a moment of peace in the midst of life's perpetual storm. As I step out of the cafe, the last drops of rain are falling, their gentle patter fading into a hushed silence. The world outside seems reborn, washed clean by the rain, shimmering under the tentative rays of the emerging sun. The air is fresh and crisp, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and rejuvenated foliage. The streets, previously subdued under the weight of the rain, now slowly awaken. Puddles dot the pavement, little mirrors reflecting the brightening sky and the vibrant colors around them. Children, freed from the confines of their homes, venture outside, their laughter ringing through the air. They jump and splash in the puddles, their joyful squeals a testament to the simple pleasures that the aftermath of rain brings. Birds, too, seem to celebrate the end of the rain. They emerge from their shelters, chirping and fluttering about, their songs a melodic background to the renewed activity on the streets. A robin, its red breast vibrant against the green of the wet grass, hops along, pecking at the earth, now teeming with life. The trees and plants, which had bowed under the rain, now stand tall and proud, their leaves glistening with droplets that catch the light, creating a mosaic of sparkling jewels. Bees and butterflies begin their dance from flower to flower, a ballet of color and movement, drawn to the nectar, now easily accessible in the aftermath of the storm. Insects, too, have resumed their activities. Ants march in disciplined lines, rebuilding and reorganizing their colonies. Snails venture out, their slow journey across the wet pavement, a study in persistence and grace. The world of nature, which had momentarily paused, now bustles with life and energy. As I make my way home, I'm struck by the transformation of the town. The buildings, once darkened by the rain, now stand brighter, their colors more vivid. The streets are alive with people returning to their routines. Yet there's a sense of renewal in their steps, a shared understanding of the cleansing that the rain has brought. I pass by a group of children who have found an innovative use for the puddles. They sail paper boats, cheering as the tiny vessels navigate the miniature lakes, turning a leftover sign of the storm into a playground of imagination and wonder. I pause to watch, smiling at their inventiveness and the unbridled joy they find in this simple activity. The market street, which had been deserted, now thrums with life. Shopkeepers open their doors, setting out their wares. The colors of fruits and flowers, now seemingly more vibrant against the washed backdrop. The chatter of customers, the bargaining, and the exchange of goods create a symphony of normalcy, a return to the everyday rhythm of life. Walking further, I reach a park where the grass, invigorated by the rain, seems greener, more alive. People are walking their dogs, joggers are returning to their routines, and couples stroll hand in hand, relishing the beauty of the day. The rain has left its mark, not just on the landscape, but in the hearts of the people, reminding them of the beauty and resilience of nature. As I finally approach my home, the sun breaks fully through the clouds, casting a warm, golden light over the town. The rain clouds, now retreating, leave behind a canvas of blue sky, a promise of clear days ahead. A rainbow, vibrant and full, arches across the sky, a symbol of hope and renewal, perfectly encapsulating the essence of the day. I reach my doorstep, pausing to look back at the transformed world around me. The rain has ceased, but its gifts remain. A refreshed earth, a revitalized spirit, and a reminder of the cycle of renewal that nature bestows upon us. With a heart full of gratitude for the day's experiences, I step inside, carrying with me the memories of a day that started with rain and ended with a rainbow. As the evening unfolds, the rain continues its steady serenade outside my window. Lying in my bed, I listen to the symphony of raindrops, a natural orchestra playing a timeless melody. The distant rumble of thunder, now a low and comforting growl, harmonizes with the rain, creating a perfect balance of sound that envelops my room. The rain's rhythm is hypnotic, each drop a note in a lullaby that has lulled countless souls to sleep over the ages. The soft patter against the glass is a gentle reminder of the world outside, a world renewed and cleansed by the rain's touch. In this moment, I recall lines from a poem that I've always found enchanting. The rain is full of ghosts tonight that tap and sigh upon the glass and listen for reply. These words resonate deeply with me, evoking a sense of the rain's timeless presence, a bridge between the past and present, between dreams and waking life. The sound of the rain brings back memories, fragments of days gone by, moments shared under its shelter. It's as if each drop carries a story, a whisper of times past, mingling with the hopes and dreams of the present. I find myself drifting, my thoughts meandering like the raindrops on the window pane, each following its own path, yet part of a greater whole. The rain's steady cadence provides a backdrop to my reverie, a soothing rhythm that guides my mind into a state of peaceful reflection. The world outside seems distant, yet intimately close, as if the rain has blurred the boundaries between inside and out. The night air, filled with the fresh scent of rain, seeps through the slightly ajar window, bringing with it the coolness of the night and the essence of a world reborn. As the hours pass, the storm gradually subsides, its departure as graceful as its arrival. The thunder fades into a whisper, and the rain's melody slows, each drop a soft caress against the roof, a gentle farewell. In the silence that follows, a profound sense of calm descends upon the world. The storm has passed, leaving behind a sense of clarity and renewal. It's in this quiet aftermath that I find myself on the edge of sleep, the memories and sensations of the day weaving into the fabric of my dreams. The rain, with its simple yet profound presence, has been a companion through the day's journey, a guide through a landscape both external and internal. Now, as I drift into sleep, it's as if the rain has whispered its final verse, a lullaby that carries me into the world of dreams. In my slumber, the rain's melody continues, a soft echo in the realm of sleep, a reminder of the day's serenade. It's a song of renewal, of life's perpetual cycle, and the beauty found in nature's simplest gifts. And in this peaceful sleep, under the rain's tender watch, I find rest, comfort, and a deep connection to the world outside my window.